Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Barbie Dolls of the Week. This week, I've got some interesting dolls that I got one on eBay, or two actually, and two in person, plus one outfit that I want to show you. And I also want to mention an eBay experience I had that was not so positive, and kind of see what you guys think about it. Okay, so let's start with this doll. Now, you guys are probably mostly familiar because I know I've done a video about the Shani line from Mattel, and this was, you know, early 90s. I've got probably about 6 different Shani or Asha dolls and one Jamal doll. Actually, now I have 2 because I found this yesterday at an antique place. And that is a series, I guess, called Reach Streak Shani. It says, Freshest Look on the Beach. And here is what this outfit looks like. I think it's a little strange, a little bizarre, but not necessarily bad. And it does say his character name, Jamal, on the top, so I always like that when the names are clearly evident. And on the back, you see Shani and her friends are jamming. These African American teens are the coolest with their sun-streaked hair and shimmer shine suits. Say that 3 times fast. Shimmer shine suits. I'm not going to try it. They brighten any beach. They're smooth and fresh. They're hot. And actually, here's a picture of him, too, and with some of the girls or ladies. I didn't realize they were supposed to be teens, but I guess that makes sense since a lot of times you hear that Barbie and Ken are teens. In fact, I just heard that again, that Ken is supposed to be 18 at this point. So he's kind of gone back in time, in my opinion. Now, if you look closely, you will notice that he has the oily face issue, which is unfortunate. I don't think my other Jamal did, but I'd have to check. I think this is interesting as a swimsuit because, of course, it's not just a normal swimsuit. It has an attached part. It's all one piece. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a wrestling singlet, except that doesn't usually have that deep V-neck, but that's what it kind of brings to mind. So I do think it's a very interesting look on him. If you look at the others in the series, you know, theirs is interesting too. It's kind of a one-piece suit with a cutout in the middle. The one up top here is kind of lacy. And you see that, you know, with this being the early 90s, the ladies in the series have pretty big hair. You know, that's kind of what was going on late 80s and early 90s in these dolls. And probably people as well. Because they usually reflect what people are doing. They don't just come up with some wild thing on their own. So, yeah, this is Jamal. I had never seen him. I hadn't even seen him online or in books. Got him for a very good price at that store, so I was happy about that. And he'll probably stay in the box for the time being. So there's that one. Now I want to show you, this was a day that I found 2 African American male dolls that I got, and I want to show you this one and see if you notice anything strange. So this is Splash and Color Steven in that Splash and Color series. It says magical hair disappears in warm water. So I assume this is the right one. I mean, it looks like him. But look what he's wearing. Anything strange about that? I mean, usually the beach dolls, as you see here, and if you look at Ken specifically, they're wearing bathing suits and they don't have full-out outfits. So I thought that was interesting, and again, this was at a different antique slash store, flea market-y kind of place, and I wanted to get this just for that very reason, and I think this was, I can't remember, but I believe this was just $5 is what this was selling for. They took the tag off. It was attached, but it's been taped. Obviously, this is not the way it came out of the factory. Let's see here. This was made in Indonesia, by the way. The box date is 1996. I'm going to go ahead and take the tape loose. That was pretty easy. And let's see what's actually in here. Because I'm curious if the bathing suit is in here. I doubt it, but you never know. Somebody put all that in. Aha. Let's see here. I think, yeah, let's see. They put him back in the these ties. But I see something down here. It looks like his bathing suit. Which, let's take a look at that for a minute. That's an interesting bathing suit. It's got Velcro in the back, by the way. And it's got these gold trimmed pockets, or I think those are pockets. No, actually they're just gold trim with no pockets. So yeah, I'm assuming those are his ones that he should be wearing. And let's take him out. He's very loosely in there, as I suspected. And see, I mean, this to me looks like a Fashion Avenue outfit, is what I was going to say. I'm not totally familiar with this one, but it looks somewhat familiar. So somebody really put him in a pretty, I mean, I like this outfit. It's nice, and it looks nice on him. And he does not have any oily face issue. I mean, when I feel it, it feels fine. He's got kind of a faded hair look because the hair on the sides and the back on the lower part is a light, almost light brown, but this is dark brown up top. So I really like that look on him. He's got a very nice shaped head, I believe. Now, of course, with these being Velcro usually, and this is, they don't always fit together perfectly. As you can see, it doesn't look as good from the back. Looks kind of funky. Pants look pretty good, and he's got shoes on. So the good thing is, for $5, I got the doll, a whole other outfit, and his bathing suit. And let's see. Oh, and there's some sunglasses. Let's see if they fit him well. Oops, they fell right off. Let's see. Sometimes these just don't like to stay on very well, whether they originally were for that doll or not. And these are like that, so I don't know why, but they don't want to stay on. Maybe if I... Yeah, they're almost not long enough. So anyway, they won't stay on. But here's what they look like. I'm going to look on the box and see if there's some like that. Also, let's see if there's anything else. Oh, here's something. A little Fashion Avenue. Speaking of Fashion Avenue, here's a little Fashion Avenue update book, which is kind of nice. I don't know if I have one of these or not. I probably do, but so they're showing a lot of the outfits here on this part. And then here's some for Ken. And actually, oh, there is that look. Oh, the sunglasses came with the Ken. With this outfit, not with the beach doll. Okay, and let's see. There's some other lingerie, party looks. And then let's see what's inside. More outfits. Fashion Avenue was such a great line of clothing. I just never could understand why they stopped making that. I really like this one, by the way, for a Ken. This on the corner. I hadn't seen that one before. And this one's nice as well. So there's just so many cool outfits on here. I guess I'm going to have to look for more of these Fashion Avenue outfits. But anyway, quite interesting that they took the time, whoever had this, to redress him in a nice outfit, put him back in the package, and sell him for $5 or however he got to that place. Okay, let's move on. Got, at the same place, I found some Hart Family fashions, and they're still in the box. Here's one. And this I know I got for $5, which was a steal, I think. This is the mom and baby fashion. I'm assuming they had the father and son fashion, or father and whoever, but I'm not positive. But definitely mom and baby. On the back you see several different kinds or types. This is the one in this package. It's called ABC Sundress, and I thought that was cute. It's got some little shoes and clips and things in here. But the outfit matches for the mom and the little girl. And you see them up here, by the way. And of course I have those up there, so I may have to try them in this. But yeah, they had two other ones that I didn't get as of yet. Didn't like those as much. But, in fact, I don't know, but I think one of them was this one. Pretty sure. and I just don't like that one as much. So, but for $5, I may go back and get it at some point, assuming it's still there. I would have gotten this one. I didn't see this one. I don't. The third one, I think it was some polka dotted something. And here's some matching fashions for the whole family, by the way, and a little stroller. And this is just one of the ones they came in outfit-wise. So yeah, this is really cute and still in the package. This is from 1986. This is the box date. So, okay, moving on. Those were the antique store stuff. But now I want to talk to you about some eBay, a couple things from eBay, and the situation around it that I'm a little troubled by. So I bought a couple dolls from somebody on eBay, and actually I don't know if it's a man or a woman, whose link I had seen from one of the Facebook groups. That's how I first knew this person was selling Barbie dolls on eBay, and looked them up, and ended up, the person had put, best offer as an option, so I did best offer on these, and whoever it was accepted, a few dollars less per doll on each one, and so I ended up getting them. Now, they said in their ad or their posting that we'll combine shipping, blah, 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 so before I bought a third one, because I was considering buying a third one, I wanted to know, well, what might the shipping be for 3 dolls to my area, from their area, which was, I believe, in Maryland. And so I was told for 2 dolls it would probably be $12 to $13. 3 dolls probably be $18. And I said, oh, well, that seems a little high, because Barbies are very light, and even in a box, I sell them all the time. Have been selling them for years. I don't usually charge that much shipping, and it doesn't usually cost that much shipping to go that short of a distance, especially. So anyway, when I heard that it would be probably at least $18 for the 3 dolls, I skipped on this third one. I didn't even bid on it. I'm like, oh, let's not do that. Let's do the $12 to $13 for the 2 that I already bought. And so that's what I was told. And there was a little bit of a back and forth. I wasn't being argumentative. I was just asking questions, but I think the person got defensive. It sort of seemed that way, on why I was questioning the amount for shipping. Because if I'm going to pay that much for shipping, guess what? I want it to be priority mail. I don't want UPS first class or something like that. That's not even going to be priority if you're going to charge me that much. So I didn't know. I think they did say it would be priority. And I was trying to figure out, why is it that much to go from Maryland to here? And the person said, well, that's what the post office is saying. I don't make the prices. And I think I asked a question about the weight, and they said 8 to 9 pounds on their message to me. And I said, oh, well, that's why. Because if you're going to put in 8 to 9 pounds, yeah, it's going to be more expensive. There's no way 2 or 3 Barbies, even in their boxes, and in another mailing box, are going to be 8 to 9 pounds. So let me show you the dolls. They're very nice dolls, by the way. Western chic. I hadn't really been that familiar with this until I saw this posting, and that's the first one I started watching. And so I ended up getting this one, and I really like it. There's what she looks like. So it's kind of like a modern version of the early 80s Western Barbie, who's a classic, but not the best looking doll, and of course has the eyelid issues. This one is, says wanted, one young, hip, fashionable female, blah, 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 and she looks really good in those jeans and that hat, even a little bit of fringe there on the sides with a belt. I was just trying to see what date this was. I believe it was early 2000s. Yes, 2001 box date. Here's a better look at her face. Very nice face. And I love the hat and the shirt. So just overall, really like that doll. And the second one is one of the Coca-Cola Barbies, collector edition. Let me see, her name is like, I thought it was like Majorette or something. Maybe there isn't one. I thought there was. But anyway, here's the back. And here's the front. She's a Majorette, I know that, but I just don't see that on here for some reason. So again, I love the doll. One thing about this one is, can you see that little brown right there? It's almost like part of her hat's pleather came off on the front of the plastic, inside, obviously. But I'm not sure why. Maybe when it was being shipped, it got kind of pressed up against it. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not too worried about that. So these are the two dolls that I got from that person. And I guess my point is, and by the way, he or she said, oh, and you'll see the cost on there so you'll know I'm not ripping you off. And plus I accepted lower than I had to with the buy it now, or excuse me, best offer. So again, why would you think I didn't think the person was trying to rip me off. And you're the one who put a best offer option on there, so don't throw that in my face. But all I'm saying is it should not cost $18. So guess what? It ended up costing me $18 for shipping just for the two, after they told me 12 to 13 for two and 18 for three. Now, that might have just been an estimate. I understand that. But the point is, when you put 8 to 9 pounds in, which is, the weight was on the box, by the way, and it was about 4 pounds or something. I don't have the box with me, but it was a lot less than 8 to 9. So yeah, they basically did not give me combined shipping because the $18 was probably just about the regular shipping for these two. And so they didn't fulfill that promise. And second, they must have somehow made eBay believe it was free shipping, because when I went to leave feedback, I couldn't leave any feedback on the shipping because it gave them 5 stars and it said you can't leave feedback on that for free shipping. It was anything but free. So, it's really disappointing that a doll collector would do that to another doll collector and not be totally honest. And if you make a mistake, like if that was a mistake and they thought it was going to be 8 to 9 pounds and then you realize, oops, it's only maybe 4 or 4 to 5, you can actually change it and charge them the right amount. But yeah, nobody can. I have used Priority for years, and I've, both as a buyer and a seller. And it does not cost $18 to mail these kind of things in that short of a distance. So anyway, that's enough of that, but I'd be curious to see what you guys think. I mean, I don't usually have bad experiences with eBay or especially with fellow doll collectors or even someone getting out of the hobby, if that's what's going on. But, when you try to talk to the person via messages, he or she got very defensive, and, then I got charged more than what was said, and it just went from there. So, happy with the dolls, beautiful dolls, but I would never buy from that seller again. And I would, if anybody asked, I would let them know to watch out, because they don't even do what they said about combined shipping, really. So anyway, in the end, it is just one transaction in many. And as far as going and buying, that's the one good thing about going and buying at a store. You don't have to worry about shipping. It's right there. You can take it home. And if you want the price, you got the price right there. It's clear. Sometimes there are even sales at antique stores. 20% off this booth, 30%. And by the way, the antique store we went to yesterday here in Indianapolis was called, I think it's called Antiques on Shadeland, and I really recommend that place. There's a lot of nice stuff. Not a lot of dolls, not a lot of toys. I got the one Jamal doll there, but that's it. And, just saw a couple others that weren't marked, unfortunately, that I wasn't really interested in. So with that, have a good week, and know that even with one bad transaction, doesn't ruin everything. It's still a great week in the world of collecting. Okay, bye-bye.